Hello everybody, welcome to Family English with Mr. Kabada. And today there will be a new topic which focus on improving your communicative skills, especially tips and tricks which are important to expand or to develop your communicative skills. Especially we have some more important strategies which encourages you to become an effective speaker. So let's see the first or part 1, please. This part is focusing on which is called use your own, please. Your real life, real life conversation topics. Conversation topics, ዛሬ ማየት የምንችለው በዚህ ቪዲዮ የሚካተቱ ርዕሶች አንድ ርዕስ ነው የሚሆነን በተለይ ንግግር ስፔሻሊ ኮሚኒኬቲቭ ስኪልስ ለማሻሻል በጣም የሚያስችሉ ጥሩ ሁኔታዎችን ኮንቴክስቶችን እነሱን ነው የምናየው ቲፕስ ኤንድ ትሪክስ የትኞቹ ናቸው ምን ያክል ነው ያሉት እነሱን ምሳሌ በመስጠት ለማየት እንሞክራለን The first one is use real life context topics, real life conversation topics here. What is real life means? Real life conversation topics, I know actually which are the basic and the very important topics which we use the environment or the place that we go and we live, we learn and we work and we do what we want. So these are real life conversation topics, which mean that we do not have only one kind of real life conversation topics. We have various topics according to the place, the types that we do. So these are very important, or these help us to improve our communicative skills, our conversation skills. So this real life conversation skill is completely different from spoken skills. When you say spoken skills, we have common and simple expression, and we have to apply that common and simple expression for communicative purpose. For instance, if you want to invite someone, we should use invitation expressions. Or if you want to just ask someone to show direction, there are some common asking directions. If you want to just apologize someone who did mistakes, there are some expressions which we use for asking an apology. These kinds of expressions are spoken, but real life contexts are completely different from spoken English because we have different real life contexts and the expressions that we use also different, isn't it? Which are key, which are very important to expand various language expressions, The more we use various expressions, the better we improve our communicative skills. If we only depend on the given simple and common expression, our communicative skills will be limited. We cannot expand and improve our communicative skills because we are able to memorize all the expressions whenever we invite, whenever we ask direction, whenever we introduce, whenever we shop, whenever we are able to just telephoning, isn't it? So these real life conversation topics are, as I told you before, they are various in types, please. የመጀመሪያው ትሪክስ ወይም ኮሚኒኬቲቭ ስኪልስ ሊያሻሽሉ ከሚችሉ ስትራቴጂዎች ውስጥ ሪል ላይፍ ኮንቨርሴሽን ቶፒክሶችን መጠቀም ነው። ሪል ላይፍ ስንል ነባራዊ ዓለምን ነው። ነባራዊ ዓለምን ወይም ነባራዊ ህይወትን ያለንበትን አካባቢ ያለንበትን ስራ የምንንቀሳቀስበትን ሁኔታ ሊገልጹ የሚችሉ ኮንቨርሴሽን የንግግር ርዕሶችን በመምረጥ በዛ ላይ ኮሚኒኬት ማድረግ የተለያዩ የቋንቋ አጠቃቀምን የተለያዩ ቮካብላሪ ወርድን የተለያዩ ፍሬዞችን የተለያዩ ክሎዞችን እንድንጠቀም ስለሚያደርገን የመጀመሪያው ቲፕሳችን ሪል ላይፍ ኮንቨርሴሽን ቶፒክስን አይደንቲፋይ ማድረግና እሱ ላይ ኢመርስድ መሆንና መጠቀም መቻል ነው። ዳት እነዚህ ከስፖክን ኤክስፕሬሽን የሚለዩበት ምንድነው? ስፖክን ኤክስፕሬሽን ራሱን የቻለ ፎርማት አለው፣ ራሱን የቻለ ኤክስፕሬሽን አለው። እነዛን ኤክስፕሬሽን ሮት ሜሞራይዝ አድርገን በመንፈልገው ጉዳይ ላይ ኮሚኒኬት ማድረግ እንችላለን። ሊሚትድ ያደርገናል እዛ አካባቢ ላይ ለምሳሌ ኢንቫይት ሳደርግ አክቹአሊ ኢንቪቴሽን ኤክስፕሬሽን ነው የምጠቀመው። ዲሬክሽን ስፈልግ ዲሬክሽን ኤክስፕሬሽን ነው። አፖሎጂ ስፈልግ አፖሎጂ ኤክስፕሬሽን ነው የምጠቀመው። ሪል ላይፍ ኮንቨርሴሽን ኤክስፕሬሽን ግን ቫሪየስ ናቸው። እነዛን ቫሪየስ ቶፒክሶችን አይደንቲፋይ በማድረግ ፕራክቲስ ማድረግ either individually in pairs or maybe in triples we can just improve really our communicative skills. Our communicative, that's the difference for what is real life conversation topics from that of spoken English, spoken skills. Completely ይለያያሉ ማለት ነው. Yes, let me give you some examples about. The first example is here is coffee here. This is our real life conversation topics. Whenever we are intended to have a drink with my friend in cafe, what common expression is important here? What common expression? Maybe one acts as a waiter, the other maybe just a customer, isn't it? So what is the expected expression from the waiter and what is the expected expression of the customer? So there is a kind of conversation between customers and waiter in a cafe. That's true. So the expressions are completely different, isn't it? Let me say something. Yes, the waiter here. I act as both a waiter and the customer. Hello, can I have a tea, please? The waiter. Yes, here it is, please. Can I give you a menu? Yes, of course. A menu, please. Yes. And one hot tea and chocolate cake. Wait a minute, please. The waiter replied just like this. Here it is, your cake and hot. Anything else? No, thank you. That's enough, please. You can just talk such kind of dialogue between a waiter and a customer in a cafe. Or that? A customer. Maybe you may have also another option to talk about the manager of the cafe with yourself. Or maybe if you meet a friend in a cafe, you can just have a discussion with a friend in a cafe. So this is a kind of real life expression, isn't it? So the expression we use in real cafe is of course different from the other. The second one is hotel here. The hotel here. If you want to just have lunch or dinner in a hotel, or if you have a bed in a hotel, the expression we commonly use for this is completely different from the expression in a cafe, isn't it? Maybe I'm a customer and to have lunch. Yes, you can call the waiter. Waiter, please come on. Yes, what can I help you? The waiter. Could I have lunch, please? Can I bring a menu? Here is, please. Number three. Here is number 3. Injera with Turwat. Yes, injera with Turwat. And she asked, anything else? She asked me, please. Yes, a liter of water, please. Cold or no cold? Cold water, please, with a glass. That's okay. You can just have a discussion with the waiter as well as for the customer. As a customer, please. If you want to just talk a discussion with the reservation, if you want to have a bed, the expressions that we use in the reservation is completely different from the expressions that we use with waiter. So this is a kind of real life context. So it's very much important to develop your communicative skills. Absolutely right. The other expression is clinic. If you are in a clinic, maybe if you are in a clinic, what common expressions are important here? You may start to have a conversation between the what's called the reservation or the receptionist between you yourself, and the doctor between you yourself, and the pharmacist between you yourself, and also the other person in clinics. All right, the expressions are completely different here. For instance, here, yes, can I have Dr. David, please? The receptionist says, but do you have an appointment? No, I don't have. Dr. David is busy with a patient. If you want to see Dr. David, you will have an appointment. Yes, I would like to have an appointment, please. Can I have your name and age? I'm Mr. Kabada. I'm 45. Here is your ticket number 10. You are waiting at the waiting until the doctor comes. Let me know when the doctor comes. That's okay, thank you. This is a kind of conversation between the reception, between the patient, I myself. The expressions that we use between the doctor and the patient, I myself, is completely different. When the doctor enters his office, his examination rule, he may start by giving greeting, and he may ask to start about my problem, and then you'll continue, please. Finally, the final step will be the pharmacist with the patient. So this is true. This is a kind of real-life conversation topics here. The other example here is maybe gym house. You have just and a regular exercise in a gym, you have a conversation between the manager of the gym with yourself. So the expression that you use here is completely different from the restaurant, cafe, hotel, clinic. Yeah, I want to take this physical exercise, especially for this gym. I want to just make strong and I want to lose my weight, so I prefer to use this physical exercise. That's okay, please. You can just go on in this way, please. Yeah, you can just go on in this way. The other expression here is maybe if you want to just go in a bank to withdraw some money or to deposit some money, or if you want to exchange currency in a bank, the expression here is also different. So the conversation between, or the conversation begins from the guard of the bank until the teller of the bank to that of the final manager of the bank. So the expressions are different here. For instance, before you enter to the teller of the bank, there is a conversation between the guard and yourself, isn't it? The guard will say, "Hello, good morning. This is a checkpoint. Can I check you, please?" "Yes, of course. Here I am." "Do you have, what is in your laptop? What's in your bag?" "There is a laptop here. May I check it?" "Here it is, please." "Yes, there is a laptop. Here is second number, please, and here is on your laptop, please. You will come when you come back. You'll take your phone. You will take your laptop. Okay, thank you." And there is a conversation between the teller and the customer. I myself, I have written my every information on the voucher, and I directly go to the teller. So you can just use this guy. Look here, the expression between the guardian and I myself, and also the teller and I myself, completely different. This is also another real life conversation topics. The other one is taxi station here. Taxi station, all right? Taxi station, look here. Yeah, I want to take a taxi from Piazza to Bole, Piazza to San Kilo, Piazza to Mexico, Piazza to Argentina. So actually the expressions are completely different. Is this a taxi from Piazza to Bole? Can I get a taxi from Piazza to Bole? Yes, of course. Here is, but you had better take bus number 25. Bus number 25 is from Piazza to Bole. Okay, where is the terminal? Go over there. Have you seen the people over there? They are making a line here. So go there and make your line, and you are waiting here. What time is it now? It's 4:30. So you left 5 minutes. At 4:45, the bus comes here, and you are waiting at the terminal. Okay, thank you. Can I get a private drive, like a private drive? Yes, of course. If you want to contact them, please here. Contact them, please here. Yes, okay, thank you. So there is a kind of conversation between the person who stands over there with myself. And there is maybe sometimes a kind of conversation between the driver of the taxi with I myself. So the expressions are, of course, different, isn't it? The expressions are even, there is a kind of conversation between the passengers in a taxi with me. Of course, I can just use various expressions whenever I am in a taxi station. This is also another real life conversation topics. So this is very important. Another real life conversation topics is a garden. Yes, garden here. If I am in a garden, maybe just to plant trees or to harvest maybe vegetables, I can just talk myself, or maybe with my father, or with my younger brother, or my sisters. Yeah, these are seedlings. These parts are all just vegetables of cabbage, vegetables of lemon, vegetables of not lemon actually, cabbage and lettuce and carrot, isn't it? So these are the varied place. So I can just do here. So this is the time today, the time or the day that I'm watering for my vegetables. All right. So in 3 days, once in 3 days, these vegetables must be watered, isn't it? So I must build a fence for protecting enemies, protecting anything, any enemies which interrupt us for growing of my vegetables. So I can just use this kind of expression when I'm in the garden, isn't it? I'm in the garden. Another real life context here is a school here. Yes, school. Look here, school. I'm in universities, maybe on high schools. So I'm talking about the exam with my friend. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Miss Jacob. How was the exam? How was the exam? It's quite difficult. Who is your teacher? My teacher is Teacher Musfan. Yeah. How are the questions? Some questions are tricky. Some questions are common. I did it. And some questions are out of the lessons that we haven't learned this because the teacher sometimes misses the class, and I haven't got any information about the topics. But some 2 or 3 questions I haven't got it, please. Yeah. On myself, I did very well. I scored more than 45 out of 50. I think how much time did the teacher give you? Maybe 40 minutes for 40 questions. You can just do such kind of question, please. Yeah. Or another academic issue in art school. Another for academic issue in the library, in the football field, in the laboratory room. So these are also different real-life contexts which help you to improve your communicative skills. Yeah. So you are immersed in these topics, please. Let me add one thing here. Maybe just can you talk about the other what's called business? Yeah, a business about because you want to operate or start a new business. So you are in a position. You will be in a position to talk about business with a business family, with a business friend or a businessman friend or neighbors. Yeah. Hi, just I am idle. I don't have any jobs. So I want to start any business. Can you suggest me how I'm going to run the business and the amount of money I start or I open a new business, please? Yes, of course. I'm a businessman, but it's nowadays quite difficult to start a business with a small amount of money. But you can just start with a small amount of money. Especially, it's better to make an entrepreneur with your friend or your brothers. That's okay. By the way, how much money do you want to start a very small business? Maybe it depends, but you may have more than 500,000 Ethiopian birr. If you have this amount of money, you can start any very just small business. Otherwise, things are becoming difficult to open a new business. Anyway, first, let me advise you to write a business proposal, please. After writing a business proposal, we will discuss with you, and I think you are going to start after a month or after 2 months because you first study the place where you operate, the business types, the customers, and the infrastructure, something like that. So after having this information, we will discuss. I hope I can talk more about this because these are real life conversation topics, please. Real life conversation topics. What about bus station here? Bus station. This is also another context. When I am in bus station, Mercato or Lambert, so I can talk with someone who stands around the bus station because I want to go from Addis to Hawassa, from Addis to Bali, from Addis to Desi. So the expressions that I use is also different here. Anyways, these common expressions are, please, important to develop for your communicative skills. Have you seen it? አሁን እዚህ ጋር የሰጠኋችሁ የሪል ላይፍ ኮንቨርሴሽን ስኪልስ ወይም ቶፒክስ የተጠቀምኩባቸው ቋንቋ ቮካብለሪ ኤክስፕሬሽን በጣም የተለያዩ ናቸው። እነዚህን መጠቀሜ አንደኛ አረፍተ ነገርን ሜሞራይዝ አላርግም፣ አልሸመድንም፣ ጀነሬት እያደረኩ ነው የማወራው። ቮካብለሪ ወርዶችን ቬሪ ፊው ቮካብለሪ ወርድን አልሸመድንም፣ ጀነሬት እያደረኩ ነው። የምጠቀማቸው ፍሬዝስ even my pronunciation also እየተለወጠ እየተሻሻለ ነው የሚመጣው። ስለዚህ እነዚህ ሪል ላይፍ ኮንቴክስት የተለያዩ ናቸው። የተለያየ ነገር እንድጠቀም ኢንከሬጅ ስለሚያደርጉኝ እነዚህን ነገሮች ኮሚኒኬት ወይም በመፍጠር የንግግር ክህሎታችንን ማዳበር ማሻሻል እንችላለን ነው። This is very critical and very important, please. If you want to, I'm going to give you a clear dialogue for each real life contexts, please. All right? በእያንዳንዳቸው ላይ ካስፈለገ ኮንቨርሴሽን እየሰጠው ፕራክቲስ ማድረግ ይቻላል። የመጀመሪያው ትሪክ ይሄ ነው። create or use real life conversation topics. I want to advise you again. I want to suggest you to use or to create your real life conversation topics and you practice with your friend, even you yourself individually, isn't it? You yourself individually. Assume I am in a cafe. I want to have lunch. I want to have tea, please. So I can talk it. It's 7:30. So I have eaten my lunch. So I'm going to have a cafe to have a drink there. So I'm here, so I can call the waiter, so I can discuss with the waiter with me. So I can just talk individually, please. እንደዚህ ልጠቀም እችላለሁ። doesn't matter. So በዚህ መልክ ልናሻሽል እንችላለን ማለት ነው። I think you got what I want to say, please. ማለት የፈለኩትን ነገር የተረዳችሁ ይመስለኛል። አለበለዚያ ምናልባት እዚህ ጋር የሚለቀቁትን ዩቲዩቦች ብቻ እንደዚህ ነው የሚለው ነገር it can't improve your communicative skills. በፍጹም ሊያሻሽል አይችልም። Try to just there is an intrinsic motivation from you. ከውስጥ የሆነ ሞቲቬሽን መኖር አለበት ከተጠቃሚው። ከዛ በኋላ ልክ በዚህ መልክ ቢስተባበርም እየጀመርን ከሄድ ኢምፕሩቭ ልናደርግ እንችላለን ነው። That's enough for today. This is again from Mr. Kabada. I'm going to publish or produce or just present the second tricks. ሁለተኛውን tricks በሚቀጥለው ቪዲዮ ይዤ ቀርባለሁ። Thank you for the time being.